Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Osu's Taiko World Cup 2024, and we are back on the matches in the lower brackets between Taiwan and Canada after the winners brackets match from last match. Now it's going to be the 7th seed versus the 9th seed, and it's me, Yongin, today casting this match. With me, I got not M Wolf finally, and we got Geox with me today. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing quite good as well, especially with this pool being kind of tech heavy. It's definitely quite up my favorite because I really enjoy maps like that. So I'm very excited to see how these maps are gonna play out.
Yeah, and at least looking at seed, from what I know of these teams and from just the seed values themselves, we're looking to have a fairly close one on our hands, I think.
Yeah, on paper, on the seed papers, definitely. However, I do believe Taiwan was the number 4th best performing team last week. And then, I'm not too sure about Canada, but they do definitely have some weakness. It's quite noticeable, especially in the hard rock pools also. And we're probably going to see them banning one of those. And Taiwan, free mod is definitely one of their weakest strength, as they have been banning up free mod 2 last week as well, and they're going to be banning up free mod 2 once again.
And like you said, Hard Rock 2 being the ban coming in from Canada, so no fast Hard Rock for us.
Yeah, quite expected bans from both teams, honestly. Free mod and Hidden is definitely the main strength for the Canadian team, and Canadian team, it's a team that is really good at the skill sets that they're really good at, but once they show weakness, on a skill set, then they might crumble quite a bit, such as the Hard Rock picks from last week. So banning out is quite expected, and they are really good at free mod, but they're gonna be starting on Hidden instead, which is quite surprising. So on to Mac Raga. BUK map by M Wolf. Browser after Mario and Luigi in round 16. We're gonna get Browser this time, and Browser is a very tech heavy map actually. Not the slowest map in SV, which usually free mod 1, not free mod 1, my apologies, Hidden 1. Usually the slow SV, but this time it's actually gonna be the tech map instead. And Canada has been showing quite strong in the hidden pools, but so could be said about Taiwan. Was Bowser, not Browser. Yeah, and my apologies there. Especially, I would say Canada having their 3rd player, Kombucha, is a really good HD player, so I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that they picked this before free mod, but this is definitely one of the maps that they would pick anyway, sooner in the match. But they're gonna be starting on this one, which against Hidden on Taiwan is quite brave.
I mean, when it's a best of 11 like this, you know, you have some freedom in the order you can pick songs.
True.
Because we're gonna be playing both of them either way.
Alright, and Taiwan, we're gonna get Polemo, Harryada, and Yuema.
Kombucha actually picking up an early miss, so lead will be over to Taiwan.
Very small miss at the start though, but so does Aspirate, and that's gonna give Taiwan quite a decent lead already. The reason that I'm surprised Canada decided to pick this first, because every team that has go against Taiwan has been banning out Hidden 1, and the teams that did not ban Hidden 1 against Taiwan lose horribly against them on Hidden 1. But they are showing quite a bit of 100 drops from Yuema and Harryada, but that miss claims 3 players on that spot, and now only 3 FCs left from Polemo, Harryada, and Bizet.
And there goes one of them. More misses coming in, traded between Yuma and Escroot.
Quite a surprising performance from Yuemao so far, dropping down to a B level, and Harry Allen also going to be finding a break. So does Yuemao, finding quite a bit of drop. Ascrit going to be trading back in. It's only Palermo left.
That's actually almost switching over to Canada. But Kobuchi finds a miss.
That's it. And the Zay is going up against Palermo for now. Both on the strong 99% on this map so far.
And they say 500 times a miss. So even after all that mistrading, we do end up back in almost 50,000 points in Taiwan's favor.
Really good performance for Lembo so far. Basically the reason why they're still holding on this map. Ascrit and Lizay finds a drop again. It's not looking like the lead's gonna trade back. Harry either finds one trade, but it's too tiny as he just missed one distinctive note, and that's going to be basically the end of the map. We only have one hard, speedy-ish part left. Definitely quite different compared to the rest of the map. Palermo gonna be finding a
missing a lot.
Ooh.
But too little too late it seems. And that is, I believe, a breakpoint to Taiwan. Yeah. Not crazy.
Palermo almost lost the rhythm on the last part and let Canada take the W on this pick. But at the end, thankfully, he able to hold on long enough. They say top scorer at the end.
Yeah, Palermo with almost FC, but actually ending up with more misses than Harry, Dizay, and Kombucha.
Very good performance from Dizay and Kombucha actually, despite Kombucha finding a very early drop. He's able to keep it basically in the lead. And we're going to see No More 2 as the next pick from Taiwan. As expected, has been their early picks throughout every match so far. No More 2 and No More 6. They're going to be going on the tech.
Alright, it's so far we're just playing Enwolf maps, I see.
Sponsoring for the World Cup.
We're getting sponsored by individual mappers now.
Yes. Actually, this map is not too far off from last map. Honestly, there are definitely more tax and harder patterns on this map in general, but I would say it's quite a bit similar in terms of skill, in terms of playing skill sets. But this map is a lot more harder in terms of patterns. So.
Yeah. Just looking at the star rating, we see almost 7 stars coming in from this map, and nearly 3 minutes in length as well. So certainly nothing to scoff at in terms of both length and difficulty.
Our only swap from player is Surfgo, replacing Palermo on this pick. So far we are seeing quite a bit of SVs and similar-ish patterns, but it's gonna get more different and spicier after the build-up. Let's go. Very good performance from everyone so far. A little bit accuracy dipped by Ascrit compared to everyone else, on to 97%, and he finds a break on the 1-6.
I have an even larger lead already over to Taiwan, or a third of the way through the chart. And Ascrit with picking up another miss is going to make that gap even bigger.
So does Kombucha. Ariada also going to be finding a break, so does Surfgo as well. Once again, only 2 FCs from both Yuemao and Dizay, but we do see Ascrit and Kombucha struggling quite a bit on that last session, and Ariada misses only just 1 flat-out break. He still have the highest accuracy with Yuemao so far. And Dizay keeping up with rest of the Taiwanese members, but he needs his teammate to pick back up this pawn, possibly.
Ascrit picks up another miss in some of the 1-6.
This is a very good target pick from Taiwan. FC from Taiwan is gone. Yuanmao finds a break. Masquerade is gonna be training 2 of them. Well, only did they have the
Masquerade
left.
dropping below 94.
Quite a lot of trouble, and Disay finding a drop at the end is gonna let Harry Other talk over him in points. Not the first miss at the end play we see today. And Kombucha actually doing really well on this pick. Almost able to match up some of these Taiwanese performers. Kinda surprising, as he kinda just popped up this year. Very good to see a new player doing this good. But sadly, they're just not enough to beat out the Taiwanese team so far. 950k and a B from Canada from Masquerade. But tech is not his thing. They still have a lot more maps that they can go for. And Canada probably will go for something like Gimmick, I do assume. Something that requires less mechanics, or Hidden 2.
Or
so
Hidden
go
2.
for actually 2. Yep.
Or Speed Hidden, I presume.
That's actually slow down this week as well. So it's not your usual slow Hidden. Oh.
Hey look, 7 stars. We hit the number.
Yep.
Also OD7.
It's actually, yeah, kind of rough on the overall difficulty. Especially this map having quite a bit of slowdown as well, with HD1 not being a slow Hidden really. This one have some slow parts and also have some speed part. You need to be good at both of them to play this map. And we do see quite a bit of Taiwanese players as well. We have High Greeks and Palermo in. But yeah, this map, very different compared to last week's Hidden 2. The slow part is definitely quite a lot more trickier than last week's Reformish slowdown. And it's a lot more rough, as we have been seeing this the first time out of 3 matches so far. The first match has this ban outs.
Interesting. But here we go. Into our faster hidden chart. By the way, I'm not sure if either of us mentioned this, but this is a losers bracket match, so the loser of this will be out of TWC. This is fight for their life for these 2 teams.
Yep, and the winners will be going against China, which swept Finland today in the first match. First 10 seconds of the map, we see Kombucha finding a break. It's gonna let Taiwan go a little bit smaller lead because the Canadian members are actually doing quite well in terms of acting on this map. Able to match up with Taiwan so far, especially with that miss from High Greeks. It's gonna go back to Canada. I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened there, but Canada now in the lead, especially if a chain misses from Yuanmao. 40,000 points. This is the first time we see a big lead from the Canada team.
Kombucha finds a few misses, but Palermo trades them.
Yep, looking really good for Canada on this map, with basically 400 play from Disay and 700 play from Masquerade. Very early drop from Kombucha, but now he's definitely building back up, leading forward on this pick. But we still have to slow down soon. And then 1/3.
Yeah, with how fast the map is though. Even though they're ahead by about 45,000, one lock could just spell doom.
Yeah. But we only have the most Swedish part left. That's a huge break from Ascrit. And so just thankfully Yurmao trades in for Canada, and they're still able to hold on the lead.
But Disney misses.
Drop from Ascrit. Oh, it goes back to Taiwan as both High Greeks and Palermo has the combo now, and the only combo left from Canada is Kombucha. He's trying his best to hold back the lead, but Kaiwa is taking a very tiny one after the chorus.
That's true, and Kombucha both miss.
Oh, the speed claims them. That might be it. That's a huge score difference suddenly. Went from the 40,000 points lead for Canada on the last 20 seconds. It goes into 70,000 points for Taiwan, and that's going to be the second breakpoint for Taiwan. Both HD picks did not work out for
Just
Canada.
a one miss coming in from Dizzy, just missing in that one finisher section. But yet another breakpoint goes over to Taiwan, and we could already be halfway through our match. Hoping we're not, though.
Yeah. Oh, really good play from Dusay, definitely. Only one miss and highest accuracy in the lobby by quite a bit.
Yeah. High Greeks kind of had a lot of chokes in the beginning, but really picked up the accuracy for the second half of that chart. Really, I think he was down to 95 at one point and ended at over 98.
And yeah, Tigris really bring it back on the second half. Did really well after that lock on one pattern. And we see a completely different pick from Taiwan onto Hard Rock 1, and we saw all their members just swap out.
Yeah, normally I can at least take a guess at how to pronounce song titles. I don't even know where to begin for this one. This is just I don't know.
The great team out. The great team out.
Hard Rock 1.
Yes. Even Monkey forgot the song name this time. But yeah, Tech Hard Rock. As we have said before, Hard Rock is kinda Canada's weakness, and which is quite shown on last week. So very good paper pick for Taiwan, and it seems like they definitely prepare about this pick, as especially all three of the HD players just swap out and prepare for this Hard Rock pick. On the other side, the same three players stays in. I do believe they're possibly going to be staying for the entire match. Maybe we'll see Seal coming in to play a speed no more 3, but that's probably only swaps in. We'll see Hard Rock 1 now.
Yeah, generally you do, on some teams you do start to see the same few people in some of the later pools, but there's always the chance of a swap out, like you said, on a certain skill set or just free mod, because free mod can sometimes just be impossible for some people. I've had my fair experiences with that.
Yep. I do believe Canada is gonna go for the gimmick and free mod soon. Let's see what they go for after this pick. At first, they need to deal with the Hard Rock 1.
Reminder that since this is OD7, it's OD 9.8 with Hard Rock, which is essentially OD 10. So the only way it could get harder is the 100 window being 1 millisecond smaller.
Yes, that gives a really hard time for players to act, especially quite apparent on the Canadian side. And Taiwan still have free rate 99% on this. Surfgo dropping quite a bit of accuracy.
That's good, picking up another miss.
Yeah, already quite a bit of breaks from the Canadian team. Ascrit finding breaks, so does he say on this tech part. Only Kombucha, the new upcomer for the Canadian team, holding on FC still.
But still only with 97 and breaks it anyway. This is definitely a very solid pick for Taiwan so far. We are only halfway through, but we're approaching 180,000 point difference.
Yeah, Taiwan having 3 FC on this right now is actually kinda insane. Let's see, can they hold it up? Got a bit of break though. Everyone gonna see the score difference. 99% from Ada and Monkey D. Luffy. Canadian players slowly building back up the combo. They should be stopped losing score after this build-up session, but they need to hold on and need Taiwan to absolutely die on the second chorus.
Lucha picks up another miss.
Part gonna claim Askerate. Yep, and with that, both of them missing on this part, that's basically it. If it wasn't over already, this is just a fantastic pick from Taiwan. Okay. This is kinda
might be
crazy.
400,000 difference.
Are they gonna be freeway FCing this map? I think they will, there's nothing left. They did it!
And indeed, just 34 100s between the entire Taiwanese team. Only Dize even matching the entirety of their team. And that's not even counting the miss. That's an insane showing coming out from the Taiwanese side.
Okay, that's kinda crazy. They just pull off a freeway FC like that. If Taiwan managed to go through, which they are halfway through already, if they manage to go through this match, maybe China will ban Argon against them, because that's kinda an insane score from Taiwan, like the chat mentioned.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into a bit more of regular style of a pixel. No more 5, no more attacks. We're gonna get straight into stamina.
342. We're in for a long one, lads. Make sure to buckle your seatbelts, get your popcorn, and anything else you need for the long road trip we're about to embark on.
7.2, BPM of 220, mapped by Sendo, and we see undead cooperation. You know, it's gonna be meta, and going to be long, and going to be streams.
Yeah. I would at least say, with a slight consolation, without knowing the full patterns that are actually in this chart, 220 isn't that bad. It certainly ain't great, but I've seen 240, and we'll probably have something like 240 in the next pool.
In my opinion, I think if you are able to play stamina, especially with how the PP system nowadays, I think this is one of the easiest maps in the pool. Only easier map. Well, I won't say the only easier map, but no more 3 is definitely easier than this map. However, this is definitely one of the easier side ones.
I mean, if we're talking about personal skill sets, I'd do better on Nomad 2 than this, I can tell you that.
Not only you, my guy, I'm also on that side of the earth. I'm also not a stamina player at all. But with how good players has been getting in stamina for the last couple of years, this is definitely a piece of cake for a lot of these players. Especially the Canadian players. I do believe Askerate and Dize are able to play this pick super well, as long as they don't suddenly lock on the stream.
We are paying our tournament required Toho tax here, as this is a remix of a Toho song. Forget which one, but it's been a while since I played the games.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Toho as well. But
Kombucha finding a miss.
Alright, that's a very early brick. Not gonna be mattering too much as this map has 2,000 combos.
Yeah,
so missing once won't matter too much.
Yeah, even at full combo, the notes are being worth, I think that's 362/363. So one little miss is gonna make you lose like a couple thousand points at best.
Yeah. Okay, I do believe it's 380.
Here we go.
Alright, first long stream in the chorus. We still see only 100 from Taiwan so far. And Kombucha finding
a lot of misses.
Oh no. Oh, unlucky.
Ooh.
And a break. Oh. It looks like a ventral break, but did both of the players miss on the same hand switch?
Yeah, that's
like
really rough for Canada.
And we see 2 more just being dropped by Polamo, and that's all Taiwan has taken so far.
These patterns are not easy. There's a lot of really tricky, just random switches in here, but Taiwan going crazy on it.
I do believe players should be able to hold on to these type of patterns nowadays, as the PP system really benefit these type of patterns. There's quite a bit of 1-6 they're gonna make every other drops of 1-100 after the 1-6. Monkey still going strong for the double S, and now 4-100 being dropped by Taiwan in total. Alright, 1/3 stream. Claim for Lemo. That's the first weakness shown on the Taiwan team.
And Monkey D. Luffy, I think, finds this as well.
What did he miss on?
The very end of the stream. if I had to honestly guess, I think they hit 1 too few dons or something. Happens to the best of us.
Unlucky, buddy.
But that does leave only 1 FC remaining on the side of Taiwan. With streams, 1 note lock could maybe change over the score. It's unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah, that's all 3 combos on the Canadian team after the first chorus. Has building back up.
And Polema does find a miss.
That's kind of drop. A bit of weakness has been showing from the Taiwanese team. It's not enough as we're reaching the end of the map. We only have 2 not so long streams left. And with that, that's going to be the end of the map. Taiwan gonna be taking the 3rd breakpoint.
A bit of a disastrous opening for Canada, but they did kind of start to bring it back. But when you look at the accuracy on the side of on the side of Taiwan, you just gotta wonder, how do you compete? 1-100 coming in from Monkey D. Luffy and Harrieta, with 2 misses from Monkey D. Luffy as well. Harry actually ending up with over 1 million score due to the drum rolls.
Yeah. Honestly, pretty good performance from both Ascret and Zay. They were able to beat at least 1 player in the Taiwanese team. Sadly, they don't have 3 players able to reach scores like Monkey and Harry due to the accuracy. And that's going to be the 5th point for Taiwan. And if Taiwan just want to end this match, they're going to pick more techie maps, and I think they have some really good choice left in the pool, such as No Mod 1, No Mod 6, and DT1. These are all 3, I do believe, really good choice for Taiwan.
Yeah.
And the patterns on 3 Mod 1 also kind of rough, but Taiwan has been not showing good on the 3 Mod picks. They asked for a timeout.
Yeah, it is a bit rough for if you're a fan of Canada right now, because, I mean, 3 breakpoints in a row, and now on match point, it is Taiwan's pick. So the ball's in their side of the court. It'll be very interesting to see if Canada can fight back against what Taiwan wants to pick.
I think that's a really funny position to just ask for a timeout on this parent pick right now, which, yeah, they have so many options they can go for.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think the only pick that they could not afford to choose is No Mod 4. But even then, I think that's kind of benefit towards them.
Alright, come on, let's check it. Let's see a DT pick. this is my 6th or 7th match I've casted for TWC. I think I might be making that number up, but I haven't seen a single DT pick.
Really? Alright. I mean, we haven't seen DT1 yet, so I do want to see DT1 being picked out at least. DT2 we saw once already. We also haven't really seen Fremont 2, but it has been banned out. And then I think we have seen every other maps. So this map is actually making players pick really different maps.
Interesting that we've already almost hit 100% like map playing.
Yeah.
This is only match 3, I believe, of this weekend.
And yes, and in the first 2 weeks we are struggling to get the hit. First 3 weeks we are struggling to get the hidden being played because you just get banned every match.
Yeah. Every single match of I think it was round of 16, we just open up with no mod 5 at the time, but now would be no mod 6. I think, right? I'm pretty sure that pool only had 5 no mods.
Yeah. We have 6 no mods now. With the 6 no mod being the addition of speed tech.
It appears that their timeout is up. And no mod 6.
Hey. Solid choice. I think it was either this or no mod 6 on all the DT picks. So just like previous few weeks, not previous few weeks, previous week, this is basically the tech no mod, speed tech no mod. Even the BPM 164, you can kind of double it down because you're gonna see players single tap the entire map or cross tap the entire map to 328 BPM with 1.6 and 1 nick, which they will transfer to 1.3 and 1.4, and that's basically the map style. The double BPM map.
Ooh. But here we go, just about to start into what could be the final map of the match.
And we see Dots instead joining in for Ascurate. Kind of surprising, but we're gonna see Dots at least able to perform one map today. It's good to see new faces. And Dots has been kind of playing the techy-ish maps that are low enough BPM. But he's gonna be finding our first drop on the map.
Very techy indeed. This is on the shorter side of some of the maps we've seen, only 211.
And we already see quite a bit of combo drop from both Dot and Kombucha. They stay still with the double S, but so does Monkey D. Luffy. And like I said, we're gonna be seeing some player just gonna be single tapping the entire map, like Polambo. He just cross tapping the entire map. So does Dots as well. On some patterns. Halfway through, you still see a double S from Monkey going up really strong. To say 100 behind him, 4 on High Greeks, and I do believe 5 from Polamo. We get into the real 320 BPM sessions. We see more struggles on both Dot and Kombucha, and that might be it.
Greeks dropping a miss, but it's too little, too late. Monkey D. Luffy did unfortunately drop the SS, but when you're nearly 400,000 points of the lead, you can afford a few 100s. And you can certainly afford more than a few.
Yeah. Disay doing really good bit right behind Monkey D. Luffy, but sadly his teammate just kind of struggled this pick by quite a bit. The speed tech really gets into the team as they have been banning on this pick, and that's going to be the final nail in the coffin for Taiwan, closing out this match with 2 AFCs. at 2-100 on this pick. Absolutely insane. From Monkey. Really good performance on DC on the last map as well. Able to match up two of the Taiwanese players, but Taiwan just has a really wide team in general. And that's going to be the match. GG, well played. Sadly, we're going to be seeing Canada gone, but I mean, they have surprised, I think, most people's expectations with like a huge team roster change. Me personally as well. Very glad to see they are still at least able to make it to semifinals with so many new members on the team, especially the likes of Kombucha playing really well this week. Hopefully see them perform and get better next year. But again, congratulations to Taiwan, and they'll be moving forwards in the lower brackets, which they'll be facing China tomorrow. So it's gonna be quite a big match between China and Taiwan.
Yeah, definitely be very exciting to see. Up next, though, in about an hour, we have Chile versus France. Already halfway through the weekend, I think. I don't think so. I think I just don't think we're showing the other. Maybe.
Conditional. We have
conditional matches. That's the word.
Yeah, we have 2 more extra conditional matches, which we should be showing up after those matches has been decided.
Yeah. I know US versus Malaysia is one of them.
Yes, US and Malaysia is the next match. That's a lower bracket match, and the winners of that match will be against the winners between Chile. Chile and France. So 2 more extensional match, and we do see China versus Taiwan now. It's 30 ETC tomorrow, but before that, we're gonna get into Chile versus France first.
In about 90 minutes.
Yep.
So until then, we'll be heading out.
We're gonna see you guys in 90 minutes. Once again, it's 90 minutes on Chile versus France. Hopefully, we're gonna get the sweep train gone really soon, because we're gonna see. We hope to see more closer match, especially with 8th seed versus the 10th seed. So stay tuned for that match in about an hour. And my name is Yonkin. Thanks for casting with me, Driox.
Yep. Cheers.
Goodbye.